Ja, jag har precis kommit hem ifrån den stora motormässan i Genève och det var väldigt intressant. Det har hänt mycket sedan jag var där sist för 2 år sedan. Vi tittade speciellt såklart på elbilar och laddhybrider och det fanns ett mycket stort utbud. Jag kan berätta lite grann om mässan till att börja med som sådan. Och det handlar om 700 000 besökare från den 5 till den 15 mars. 130 modeller ställs ut på mässan. Över 900 fordon finns i utställningshallarna. Och vi har en fantastisk blandning av olika typer av bilar. Allt ifrån små, enkla, bränslesnåla dieselbilar till riktiga monster. Och de allra värsta monsterna har dessutom eldrift. Vi kommer att få se intervjuer med intressanta personer i branschen. Christian von Koenigsegg visar upp sin nya Koenigsegg Regera som är nog någonting av det värsta som man kan se när det gäller hästkrafter och vridmoment. Vi har såklart intervjuat Tesla och det är då chefen för Schweiz och Italien som berättar om sin syn på Tesla. Vi kommer också få höra den nya Audi e-tron R8 som är en Tesla-utmanare. Lite mer om den. Vi kommer att se massor med bilder på olika bilar. Vi har intervjuat folk ifrån BMW. Vad de ser på utvecklingen. Vad har hänt inom elbilsvärlden jämfört med 2 år sedan. Och vi har tittat på totalt 76 fordon på denna mässa som har mindre än 95 gram CO2-utsläpp per kilometer. Och dessa 76 fordon är 19 elbilar, 17 är plug-in-hybrider, 6 är gasbilar, 2 stycken är bränsleceller och resten är bränsleslåna diesel- eller bensinbilar. Mycket nöje!
Välkomna till Genèvemässan. Christian von Koenigsegg här med Koenigseggs vår senaste skapelse, Koenigsegg Regera. Det ska vara lite intressant för er att titta på det här som gäller elbilar är att det finns en hel del eldrift i den här. Faktiskt över 700 hästkrafter totalt sett, vilket gör det till den starkaste serieproducerade elbilen någonsin i produktion. Till och med lite starkare än P85, det är Tesla. Ovanpå det så har vi en 1100 hästkrafters förbränningsmotor också. Med en totalvikt av, en tjänstevikt av 1620 kilo ungefär. Så då kan man ju tänka efter sig vad som händer när man trampar på gasen. Vi har en ny uppfinning i den här bilen som heter Direct Drive. Det är möjligheten att köra en förbränningsmotor rakt ut på bakhjulen utan växellåda. Där vi använder elmotorerna för att kompensera för att vi inte har växlar. Så det sitter 2 stycken elmotorer, en på vardera utgående axel till bakhjulen så vi får torque-vectoring och direktdrift. Sen sitter det en elmotor på vevaxeln som ger torque-fill och så vidare när vi kopplar in förbränningsmotorn i ungefär 30-40 km i timmen. Och då har vi direktdrift och förbränningsmotor och en till elmotor som hjälper att varva upp där. Och när vi kommer upp i fart och varv så kan vi använda mer och mer av förbränningsmotorn. Det gör i sin tur att när vi kör på motorväg så har vi direktdrift av förbränningsmotorn till bakhjulen med eller utan elhjälp. Och kör man utan elhjälp så har man alltså en mycket effektivare lösning än en seriehybrid där man inte omvandlar förbränningsmotorn till el och sen tillbaka till rörelseenergi och förlorar massa energi. Men vi har en mycket kompaktare lösning än en parallellhybrid där man normalt måste ha en växellåda och massa annat för att skapa direktdriften. Så kompaktheten och enkelheten av seriehybrid ännu effektivare än en parallellhybrid därför vi går från vevaxel till slutväxel till hjul utan växellådsförluster på ungefär 5%. Och det är första gången det sker i världshistorien inom bilindustrin att ha direktdrift från förbränningsmotorn till hjulen utan växellåda. Och det är väl ungefär det hela. Accelerationen är fenomenal. Vi har bara bakhjulsdrift så 0 till 100 går på ungefär 2,8 sekunder för att det är det greppet vi kan få med bakhjulsdrift. 0 till 200 på en 6,2 sekunder, 0 till 300 på 12,3 sekunder och 0 till 400 på ungefär 19 sekunder. Vi är på släppgränsen av däcket mellan 0 till 275 km i timmen. Så tur har vi en riktigt bra traction control och stabilitetskontrollsystem så det märker man inte av utan vi backar av precis under den gränsen. Men det betyder att vi har alltid när som helst tillräckligt mycket effekt för att accelerera så fort det bara går utan några växlar.
Tusen tack Christian, lycka till! Okay, my name is Jochen Mudat. I'm the country director for Tesla in Switzerland and in Italy. I'm nearly 6 years with the company now, so to speak. I'm the grandfather in the European sales organization, not in terms of age, but in terms of belonging to the company. Yeah.
Okay, very nice meeting you. And I will put you some questions. What's your feeling today about what's happening in the EV world, especially when you are participating on this exhibition in Geneva?
Well, it has never been better for Tesla, right? We are coming a long way with the Tesla Roadster. A couple of years back, we produced a super sports car, hand-built with carbon fiber. We produced 2,500 cars. We made the first wow effect at that time on the car market with the first electric car offering joy, offering fun, and also practicability with 340 kilometers of range. But now we're here with a car which brings the technology even further to a more and a larger audience and a segment, and that's something we experience right now. Our booth is growing. We have more cars here. More cars are delivered. More customers bring friends in. So we have a big snowball rolling at the moment, and it's getting only bigger. Yeah. So we have a great momentum right now.
Okay. What about the new Model D? A lot of former Tesla customers would like to gear up and change their cars. Is there now coming a second-hand market for Teslas?
Well, a second-hand market is when you're growing often, or a normal topic, you have to cope with. We actually see with the dual motor all-wheel drive introduction, additional people coming on board. They may have waited for exactly the all-wheel drive version because they're living in the mountains. They're having tough weather conditions where they definitely need a 4x4, and now we have the right product. For sure, also a couple of customers are interested coming from the rear-wheel driven Model S and now want to change to a dual motor car, and that only confirms that they love their product already, and they want to stick with us, and that's what we really appreciate, and it's a great sign for us.
Okay, what do you think about the other manufacturers around us here in the exhibition? What's your feeling about the philosophy and the thinking? Is it in line with your thinking?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we appreciate every electric car on the market. We actually even support, so to speak, other OEMs, other car manufacturers. You may know that we are delivering technology to Daimler, for example. We made the first version of the Smart. We're electrified B-Class right now, and we are also open for other car manufacturers, so to speak. We are open because the more electric cars on the market, the better and the faster the sensibility for e-mobility is coming, right? And the second point is, the more electric cars are on the roads, the more infrastructure, right, is coming as well. So that is only something positive, and that's why we love other car manufacturers coming with EVs on the market immediately. That's great.
You have done a fantastic investment in Europe last year. You opened more than 100 supercharger stations in Europe. How do you comment on that? These stations, that's a lot of money. How do you see the future for these supercharger stations?
Yeah, well, the supercharger is an important infrastructure for us. The Model S itself is capable of driving 500 kilometers already alone. So that's what most people do, charge at home and then use their 500 kilometer radius. But if you want to, drive into holidays to the south of France or to Italy, for example, you can do it with the supercharger network, right? And at the moment we have 137 superchargers in Europe, where exactly it is possible to drive already from Scandinavia somewhere over Germany, over Switzerland to the south of Europe. That's what you can do right now already. For sure it's an infrastructure cost, but an infrastructure cost we consider immediately, and that's why with every sold car, that helps us to generate the budget for the superchargers we invested in.
I see. As I have understood it, the main target is introducing the Generation 3 Tesla. This will be a volume product more than the Tesla Model S. And actually the infrastructure is targeting this product. Is there any news about this model? Design news, the introduction date, and so on. Do you have any information so far?
Well, the game plan is like following. As earlier mentioned, we started with the Roadster. We have now the Model S on the market for a couple of years. Now the dual motor Model S, and the dual motor S is actually the bridge, the preparation for the Model X. Model X is based on the same platform. It is an SUV style, coming in the third quarter. First deliveries in the US this year. Yeah, and then when you order your Model X right now, it's somewhere spring summer next year, 2016 for Europe, and thereafter, as of 2017, for the US market first, we're speaking about the introduction for the Model 3, right? The Model 3 is a new platform we're developing, smaller. We're talking about the mid-class segment. As the goal from Tesla is to accelerate sustainable mobility. So that means you have to bring the technology into different segments with much higher volume. And that's what we exactly target with the Model 3.
Okay, interesting. What about the new fantastic battery factory? How is that project proceeding?
Yeah, the so-called Gigafactory is on its way. Yeah, it takes time for sure, but we started. We opened the ground, in Reno, and we're very delighted about that project because it gives us a couple of advantages. And one of the main advantages to produce own cells, meaning we can benefit much better from economics of scale ourselves. So the target with Gigafactory is to bring the kilowatt-hour prices down by 30%. And that's what you need also to build a mid-class segment car, right? With that benefit, we want to move the price advantage through the cost advantage further to the customers. And so it's only a good way help us to bring Model 3 on the market.
Another question. We are sitting in Switzerland, and I heard yesterday you have sold 500 Teslas in Switzerland, in this rather small country. How come?
Well, we have even more Teslas on the road. Yeah, we're rather nearing the 1,000 cars, Teslas.
In Switzerland?
Yeah, in Switzerland only. We have 150 Roadster delivered. Yeah. So that built a good base and created a lot of excitement, exactly as we wanted. And in last year we delivered nearly 500 Tesla Model S. So that is only last year delivery numbers, right? And the year before we introduced the Model S already, and we have also there delivered more than 200. So that's piling up, and you can imagine now with this new product we're just presenting today at the Salon Geneva, dual motor. And a dual motor is, or the all-wheel drive is an important thing for Switzerland. Keep the snow, keep the Swiss Alps, keep the mountains, everything in mind. We're very excited for this year, so to speak. Yeah, and we see that already in what happened in the first quarter. Yeah, so that's a good thing.
It's amazing because there's no subsidies from the state or the authorities in Switzerland at all for EVs. But in Norway, you're also selling well in Scandinavia. That's the best country in Scandinavia, and there we have a lot of subsidies. This is interesting to see that you don't need any subsidies.
Yeah, well, I personally believe, and that's the message I convey to the team and also to the customers, I believe this car is so great, it doesn't need any external support, There are two versions now. If I pick out the most performant version, we have 700 horsepower now with a dual motor without sacrificing functionality. You have actually a 5-seater if you want a 5 plus 2-seater even, with 2 additional seats for kids. And you have trunk space in the back and in the front. You have incredible safety ratings because of the much larger crumple zone in the front, right? At the same time, you have a range of 500 kilometers. We offer the supercharger electricity for long distances for free for life. So wherever you look, you have a series of advantages which you normally find only in one particular segment. Take a sports car. Sports car has the performance, right? But it sacrifices on functionality. We have 700 horsepower, but mentioned trunk space and seats, right? If you take a minivan, whatever, it has the functionality, but lacks of performance. And with the additional weight, it may has more consumption. So we actually combine different advantages from several segments into one new car, and that's the message we're conveying here in Switzerland. And I think that's what customers appreciate and what brings the success.
Thank you very much for your interview. Thank you.